Hi.
Hi, little monkeys.
Hi, divas.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Welcome back to Hot and Bothered. I'm Cedar Champ.
I'm Chris Bruno.
On this podcast, we talk about everything that we find hot as fuck.
And everything that bothers the absolute shit out of us.
We have no credentials.
Minimal life experience.
Don't take our advice on anything.
And that's it. That's the fucking gist of it.
That's the gist.
I just feel like I come alive sometimes when I pick up this microphone.
I completely agree.
Right?
It like forces it out of you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
You're like running on empty, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm a brand new woman.
I love it. It's good.
What's new? What have we been doing? How are we? Temp check.
Temperature check. I'm probably at like a solid 68, but like not cloudy. Actually, that's perfect. I'm not perfect. I would consider that perfect weather.
68.
And like sunny.
Well, I'm fucking permanently cold, so I would say that like 76 is probably like 76 and sunny, no breeze.
But I'm thinking of like 68 and sunny like on a work day. Like that's a sleigh. Like you can like wear a comfortable outfit. You can like wear a shirt with a light layer over it and pants and like not be sweating, not be too cold.
Well, you know, me being unemployed, that doesn't pertain to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to the wrong crowd here as usual.
Wait, I have to tell you, I have been looking for a job, obviously, and I had like an interview that like a recruiter set me up with, and literally during the interview, they literally told me that I was exactly what they were looking for, like word for word. That is what came out of their mouth.
And never spoke to you again.
I told you about this already.
No,
they literally, not only did they ghost me, they ghosted the fucking recruiter that they were working with as well.
Damn.
I was like, you fucking freaks. That is so weird.
That is so rude.
That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to do. So anyway, no job for me.
Are you working with just one recruiter?
No, I've been working with like a couple different. Nobody wants me.
No one wants me. I have nothing really to report aside from the fact that I did the math today, and it's been about a month straight that I've consumed alcohol every single day.
That's scary.
And that's probably why I'm sleeping so great.
Because you're just blacked out every night?
I'm not blacked out.
Like you're not even
every
sleeping,
night.
you're passing out.
But I'm just like, usually I'm the kind of girl that's like, you know, it's a Tuesday night. I don't need a glass of wine. I'm not going to drink a beer. I'm not going to have a margarita. And lately I've just been like, oh, a lady who lunches. I'm like, another glass of rosé, please. And here we are.
I mean, quite literally. Have you been going out to a lot of lunches?
I mean, yeah.
You've been literally lunching.
Yeah. At work, we've just been like, it's 4:00.
What else are we going to do?
Let's go get some wine.
That's actually really beautiful.
I know. It's actually sad.
I'm kind of envious.
Oh my God, I can't even think about it. It makes me feel like a gluttonous little piglet, but gotta just lean into it as usual.
Okay, it's also spring and like the sun is coming out.
I think that's what it is too.
That always happens around
like
this
I'm
time
rolling
of year.
into the season.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Like rolling into the season like hard, and I'm like, let's get this fucking sunshine. Let's get this vitamin D, honey.
No, exactly.
And let's fucking go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm actually so scared for it to be summer because I'm terrified I'm not gonna have a job by then, and I like won't be able to enjoy my summer.
No, I would just be at the beach every day.
I mean, yeah, but I'm also like I need to be at home and like applying for jobs.
No, you can do that at the beach.
Okay.
Just
okay, deal.
I love that. Do you like the beach?
Not really. I think sand is really inconvenient. I didn't know this until after I moved to LA, but over the past couple of years, I've observed that I'm not a beach girl, but I am a pool girl. I like to be near some water. I like to be in the sun. I like to be sweating my fucking balls off. But
I
like,
love to fry.
I don't need like the sand getting in between my toes, and like I don't need it like finding its way into like random
your
cracks
car
and
for the next
crevices.
year.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you have to like vacuum your apartment 3 times.
No, anytime, because it's like, and I take my shoes off before I even go outside, but then somehow there's always still like, or before I come inside, and then somehow there's always still like a pile of sand somewhere, and I'm just like, how the fuck does that happen?
I would like love to consider myself a beach boy, and I think that I like am, but just some like the logistics of it.
Something about you referring yourself as boy made me uncomfortable. Like you're like a girl. You could consider yourself a beach girl.
But I wouldn't want to be a beach girl. Beach girls like aren't hot to me.
So being a beach boy is hotter than being a beach girl.
I think that's unanimous.
Huh. Okay.
Actually, I don't know.
Anyway, carry on.
I do love the beach, but yeah, sometimes it's like it's so hard to go to the beach in LA. It's difficult.
Yeah. I agree.
You agree?
I mean, kind of, yeah. I'm closer to the beach than you are. So it's not as hard
Yeah.
for me.
Here we go. We're starting 5 minutes in. No, just like the parking and then like the walking and then it's like a hit or miss and then like I'm like if I'm going to the beach like I want to fry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or I hate it when you go
Whatever.
to the beach and there's like too much of a breeze and then you're like kind of cold.
Yeah, and then you're like I'm not getting
Like,
tan
why am I
because there's
here?
wind.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I went to the beach actually a couple weeks ago with a friend on like a random like Wednesday or something, and he drove us, and I was like, gorgeous. You find the parking, you take care of all of that. I'm just gonna be the little passenger princess.
That's like the worst part is like parking at the beach.
Yeah, no one wants to find fucking parking.
Yeah, which beach did you guys go to?
We went to Malibu.
Slay.
Yeah, it was really cute.
That's the only time I'm gonna say slay during this episode. Mark my words.
Chris is traumatized because he apparently said slay too many times during the last
previous
episode.
I couldn't hear myself anymore.
I'm like, I
couldn't
didn't
hear
even
myself
acknowledge
talk.
that.
It was so bad. It was like every sentence I was like slay, slay, slay.
If I would have acknowledged that, then maybe I would have cut some of it out, but it is
No,
what it
it's
is.
okay. We have to give the people the full mental.
It's so true. I had a friend
Whatever.
tell me I had a friend tell me recently that he had to stop listening to the podcast because he hates when smart people sound dumb.
You know, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Well, he called us smart.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, this was my rebuttal to that. I was like, I totally get that. However, I'm so serious and so literal all the time. This is like my outlet for like just being a brainless,
brain dead.
mindless
Yeah.
fucking idiot. And I think that there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Especially since our audience knows that.
I mean, we're
literally,
smart people.
we say at the beginning of every episode, like,
That we're
literally
smart.
don't listen to us. Anyway.
What else are we talking about today?
What else? I don't know. Should we get into it? Are we ready to
I guess.
divulge? Okay. Who's going first?
I don't know. I hate these pants.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm really glad.
Okay, wait. I actually want to talk about something. I'm going to do a little story time.
Okay, go.
So I have been recently actually, no, everyone thinks I'm a hypochondriac. I always have some kind of ailment. But I did get my eyes checked today and got my glasses, and I'm not kidding.
You have glasses?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And it was like, well, I didn't either until today, but
you
I've
got
been like
glasses
blind.
today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, because I'm always just like, no, it's fine. Like, no, it's fine. But when I was with my friend a couple weeks ago, and we were driving at night, and I was like, I can't see. And she was like, what do you mean you can't see? I was like, I like can't see. Like the lights are like, it looks, she was like, does it look like the lights are like moving and like starbursty?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And she was like, have you seen an eye doctor? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's a genius idea because that's something that I've never even considered.
Oh my God, no way. I can't see. Oh my God, I should go to an eye doctor.
Because I'm always like, maybe it's just like I have dry eyes. Maybe it's my windshield. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I go to the eye doctor today and I do all these tests. And then, you know, she gives me the lenses. And she's like putting lenses over my eyes. And she's like, which one is better? This one or this one?
Oh, I hate that part because I always like psych myself out.
Yes, that's exactly what I was doing. And I was like, she's like, which one's like the most comfortable? Which one's the most natural? And then she like clicked to one. And I was like, oh my God. And
I can see.
And it was like that commercial where they like, you know what? You've seen those commercials where it's like it's blurry and then it like goes to clear and it's like, oh,
like the Claritin commercials.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. And she was like, right. And I was like, okay, like, not gonna say slay, but I was like, fucking slay. and then she like sits me down and she's like, okay, so what, you have like an astigmatism and you have prism. And I was like, what the fuck is prism?
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard of this.
heard of
I've
that.
never heard of this in my life. She was like, basically, it's because your eyes can't focus. And I was like, can you like expand on this? Like she was like it's like your eyes like can't focus like a camera in and out, and sometimes like she literally said this, and she was like sometimes they like you go cross-eyed or they like unalign, and I was like, so you're telling me that I have lazy eyes? Like I was like joking, like I thought me and her like built a little rapport. I was like, so I have a lazy eye? And she was like, no, like got mad. She was like, no, you don't have a lazy eye. And I was like, okay, I did not mean to offend the lazy eye community, because I actually like think that I do have a lazy eye, or my face is just not
You were like
symmetrical.
making a joke, but also waiting for her to confirm your fears
Yeah,
that you have a lazy
yeah,
eye.
and that's like kind of what it sounded like. And then she like went into like she was like, no, a lazy eye is hereditary. It's when one eye drifts, and like it's not curable. Like she told me that, and I was like, I think a lazy eye is curable. Like Nene Leakes had a lazy eye, and now she doesn't have a lazy eye. Like a lazy eye is 1,000% curable. And
You're literally talking to a medical
I'm
professional
talking
and
to a medical
disagreeing.
doctor. I'm like, Nene Leakes like
You're
looks
like,
like
you're
she's
wrong because
like,
Nene
yeah,
leaks.
she looks like she sees straight now. So what the fuck are you telling me that a
She
lazy
probably
eye
got
is?
like a glass eye or
I
something.
probably. But she like got offended, and I was like, well, that's what it sounds like you're telling me. And she's like, no, this is like completely different. Anyway, so
Wait, you pissing off the eye doctor? That's
yeah,
really
I was
good.
like, fuck off at Costco. I was like, okay, babe.
Seriously.
Um,
Wait, you went to the Costco eye doctor? I'm obsessed with that.
I didn't know where else to go, and then I had to go somewhere and pay $400 to get fucking lenses put, because they were
Mhm.
like Costco. They were like, these types of glasses we can't put our lens in because it's like not a glass. The glasses apparently didn't have like the divot to put the lens in. And then I go to the glasses place, and she's like, oh perfect, these have like the thing that you can.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Okay, they
I just
lied.
spent another $300 that I didn't need to.
No, Costco has no idea what they're talking about, especially in the optical department, because I've had my own battles with them because
Apparently my doctor knew everything.
well,
Besides that a
apparently,
lazy eye is
except
curable.
for about
Yeah.
Nene Leakes' lazy eye. No, but I've had some battles with the optical department at Costco. But yeah, okay, that's a slice so you can see at night now. But you have glasses. Were you wearing them when you came in?
They're in the car. I didn't feel like
Just doing a show and tell.
doing. I did one at dinner, and everyone said I look like Mr. Peabody, so I can't. I can't. I
I
didn't
need
want
you to send me a Snapchat later. I need to see them.
It's like the guy who hangs out with Snoopy, I think.
No,
I don't know.
no, but I need to see you in your glasses.
They're
I
cute.
need
I'll
to
show you a picture. I have
witness.
a picture on my phone.
Slay.
Um.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've had glasses and contacts for a really long time, and there was like a span of probably like fucking 4 or 5 years where I didn't go to the eye doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it wasn't that long. My eye doctor wasn't gonna renew my prescription because I couldn't come in for an appointment, and I was like, well, if you don't, I have to switch eye doctors. And then they got scared, so they just renewed it, which I don't even know if that's legal. But anyway, so then
They're probably like, you've had the same prescription for 8 years, babe. Like, we need to do a checkup.
No,
Yeah.
probably. But anyway, so then I was able to like extend that for as long as possible. And then I finally went in to get my eyes checked. This is actually one of my least favorite experiences I've had in this lifetime. I was interning in New York, so I was making $0 an hour. And I had to go into the eye doctor for an eye doctor appointment because I ran out of contacts and I needed new contacts.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing like the eye exam, and she was like, so your prescription previously was, it was like negative 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she's like, so your prescription previously was negative 0.5. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and you were seeing out of that. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and you were driving? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. She like laughed to herself, and she's like, okay. So I like just ignored it because I was just like, whatever. And I finally get my fucking prescription, and now I'm at like a negative 2.5.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, okay. So she like gave me some contacts to wear in the interim while I was waiting for my other ones to get delivered. But obviously for the appointment, they had to like dilate my pupils.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally like, I couldn't see because you know how it is when your pupils are dilated.
I don't think I had that done to me.
Have you ever had it done to you?
I have,
So
but
you know what it feels like.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't think that they probably were today. I just didn't realize it.
Because you couldn't see
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like, okay.
No, but it's like you don't even when your pupils are dilated, you don't even really want to get in your car and drive because you're just like, what the fuck. But anyway, I was in New York. I didn't have a car and I had to exit the eye doctor. I had to find my way to the subway, to ride the subway all the way from, I was on the Upper West Side. I had to ride the subway down to Chelsea, get off of the subway, and then walk the rest of my way to work. And I was so fucking blind. I was like literally having to like walk like with my head down, like covering my eyes because like the sunlight was too bright. It was actually one of the scariest experiences of my
I
life. I
don't
was
like
like,
that.
how the fuck am I going to get to work? It was
How
like,
long does that last?
I don't know. I want to say like maybe like 30 minutes. I could be
Really?
exaggerating,
No,
but
I feel like it's like a couple
for some
hours.
reason it felt like it lasted a fucking lifetime. And
Probably.
I couldn't just call an Uber
You
because
should
I
have gotten
didn't
those
have
like
any.
blind old people like Buick driving sunglasses
No,
with like the window on the
1,000%. Like the ones
side.
that people get when they like have like LASIK done.
Those are kind of chic.
I know. No, it was so scary and I couldn't like just call a car or anything because I didn't have any fucking money. It was actually the most horrifying experience of my life. So anyway, then I remember when I finally my pupils went back to normal and I like had contacts in, like contacts that were actually my prescription. I remember looking up at like the leaves on the tree and being like, holy fucking shit. Like I've been
You like
missing out on
so why is that the worst experience of your life? That's the best experience of your
trying
life.
to navigate my way all the
Oh,
way
okay,
from
okay. Yes.
uptown to
Blind.
downtown fully blind.
Yeah.
Like unable to open my
And then you
eyes.
saw the leaves and it was a whole new world.
Holy shit, that was like a bad time for me.
Well, cheers to being not blind.
I don't understand how people in New York do anything like like even just like small medical procedures because it's like once you get done in the doctor's office you're essentially just like booted out onto the street and like having to deal with like the lunatics in like Midtown and stuff. Like it's really scary actually.
I mean, I've never personally dealt with that, but every time I do like walk out of the hotel room, I'm like, God, it was just so safe and quiet in there. And here I am, like, there's so much going on.
It is too much. I'm not a hustle and bustle bitch. That is not for me.
I think that we all have our own different types of hustle and bustle that we like.
1,000%.
You know, like I feel like hustle and bustle is like a subjective term.
The hustle and bustle that I like is like having road rage in like rush hour traffic and like wanting to rear end everybody in Los Angeles. That's my ideal hustle and bustle.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, are you hot or are you bothered?
I'm so hot this week.
That was the least convincing thing you've ever said.
I can't be bothered about this because I can't let anyone like have that satisfaction.
You're not bothered by it then.
I'm actually really not bothered at all by it.
Okay.
And I told my mom about it today.
Oh my God. Okay, tell us what it is.
Okay. I'm having really bad back problems right now.
My neck, I just adjusted it 5 minutes ago, but you guys don't understand. Like, I feel like I just got rear-ended.
They're witnessing us age on this podcast.
No, blind and crippled.
Oh, fuck. No, my back has been really bad for like 2 weeks and there's nothing I can do about
Let's
it.
cut this out because I don't want people to see both my side profiles. Okay.
I'm leaving that in.
Fuck. Okay, tell us. The clock is ticking, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. Like literally shut the fuck up. I'm hot this week because I got publicly slut shamed on Twitter this weekend.
I feel like that's happened to you before. Just like, okay.
I don't
It's
think
an average Monday for
I've, like,
Cedar.
literally never not been getting slut shamed on the internet apparently. No, but I
don't know how to hold a wine glass. Like every time I pick up a
those
wine
are
glass,
like talents. You look like a person with really severe arthritis.
I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I have arthritis. I have a broken neck.
Okay, well you were just yelling at me because you wanted to talk about me so bad and then you interrupt me. What do you want?
Okay, you got slut shamed on Twitter and then you called your mom and cried. What happened? Give us the full story.
Okay. This is what happened. Okay, so I posted this video on TikTok. Actually, this ties into the conversation we had last episode, and that's what the conversation was inspired by, was like, whatever. So I have been, obviously, as you guys know, if you listen to the last episode, I've been like trying to be more mindful of red flags, right? I don't think if I'm dating somebody, I'm not going to break up with them after the first date because of the red flags, but I'm going to keep seeing them. And like, if it turns into something serious, then I will like revisit those red flags that I acknowledged at the beginning of the relationship. But if it is just a casual thing, then like I literally don't care, right? So anyway, I'm like trying to be more mindful of red flags. So I've been seeing this guy. He did something that I consider to be a red flag if I was taking him seriously, and if this like was actually maybe going to be like a serious thing, which it doesn't look like it's heading that direction. So I'm like chilling. But I was just asking everybody else like if this was actually a red flag or if this is like not a big deal. I don't know why the fuck I felt it necessary to ask anyone else because I already know how I feel about it. So anyway, I post this TikTok and it gets a little bit of attention and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I got like a message from like a weirdo on TikTok and they were like a message request and they were like, hey, like I think they're being really unfair to you on Twitter. And I was like, this is a bot. This is 1,000% a bot. Because like, is it even Twitter or is it like, what are we calling it? Are we still calling it Twitter?
Oh,
like
X.
I was like, this is literally, this
I
has
don't
to
like
be a bot.
that it's X now. It
That's
makes me
so
feel
ghetto.
like I'm like opening a porn
No,
site.
and
It's
every
giving
time
porn
somebody
vibes.
sends me a link and it says from X, I think it's porn.
Why did they change it?
Because Elon Musk is a fucking freak,
He's
obviously.
so weird.
Okay, so anyway, I just like assumed it was like a weird internet bot situation, right? And then somebody else, like the next day, somebody else commented on, this was on Saturday, someone commented on a different video and was like, you're getting cooked on Twitter. And I was like, is this like a thing that bots are doing?
Yeah.
Like, are they talking, are like bots just talking about Twitter? Like, this
You're
can't be
getting
real.
cooked on Twitter.
Cooked. Okay.
You're like, I
Shut
hope
the
it's
fuck up.
being cooked well done, baby, because it's the only way I want to be cooked.
So I go to Twitter, I search my name, I don't find anything. And I'm like, whatever. Bots are weird. Okay. Blame it on the AI or whatever. So I go into a yoga class. I come out of yoga. And I don't know if we've talked about this, but once upon a time, I had a roommate in New York. And now we both live in LA. We like hooked up a few times. He might have been one of the many people that could have given me chlamydia last summer. We like haven't spoken since I told him that he might have given me chlamydia. He never confirmed if he went and got tested or anything. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's obviously from him. So I come out of yoga class and I have a fucking text message from this man. And he was like, dude, and sends me a link to something on Twitter. So some fucking weirdo freak on Twitter literally took my video off TikTok and then post it on Twitter, and his like Twitter handle or whatever is like, what is it? It's like Wilder Patriot or something fucking
weird.
gay like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, some patriot dude obviously is like got an American flag in his username, whatever. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? So I click on it and it's this fucking freak, and he like posted it and then proceeded to like literally lose his mind in the comment section, like posting all of this stuff about me.
He was having because you sent it to me.
Yeah.
And he was having a full psychotic schizophrenic break, having a full conversation with himself,
Yeah.
replying to his own things. Wait, did you watch? Oh my God. Never mind. Did you watch
What?
Baby Reindeer?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh my God. You need
I'll
to.
watch it after you leave tonight.
And the emails that she sends to him
Was
are
that guy?
what this guy is doing.
Oh fuck.
You need to watch it. I got like 20 fucking people to watch the show and everyone's thanking me and I'm like, it's so good.
I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that scene with the emails and I'm gonna go comment it on that guy's like.
Please.
Okay, so anyway, this guy's literally losing his mind in the fucking comment section. And then of course, because he's like got this like obnoxious like Patriot account and he's got a lot of followers, so all the other fucking weirdo incels
Like
on Twitter,
woman shaming.
yeah, jump in and they're like literally slut shaming me, like some of the most vile things.
Well, everyone was like, why'd you drive home drunk?
Oh my God, yeah. Everyone is like, well, you shouldn't be drinking and drive. Okay. Well, can we elaborate on these details without me telling the whole story?
On what?
Like the red flag.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay. So basically, I like was seeing this guy. We went out to dinner this one night, had a couple of glasses of wine at dinner, went back to his place, had sex. And then I go home at the end of the night. And he's like, okay, text me when you get home. And then I got home. I texted him that I made it home. He didn't respond to me until the next morning. So he like obviously fell asleep before I made it home. And I'm like, not really a big deal, but also like, don't tell me to text you when I get home if you don't actually fucking care if I made it home safely.
Yeah.
You're just like being fake. Like you're doing it to make yourself look good at that point. And I'm just like, okay,
kind of puts
so
a bad
annoying.
taste in your mouth. That would put a bad taste in my mouth.
If
that would
he
annoy
wouldn't
me.
have said text me when you get home, and we just like, and I would have left like knowing that we weren't going to talk again until like the next day or whatever, I wouldn't have cared. Like that would not have affected me.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that he was like, text me when you get home, and then like didn't actually, it was empty words basically. So that was like the whole thing. And then everyone in the fucking comment section is like, well, that's what you get for fucking on the first date. Like, why the fuck were you drinking and driving? Blah, 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 blah. When I clearly said in the video, I was like, we've been out a couple of times at this point.
Yeah.
Which I was fully lying. That was our second date, and I don't fucking
That's
care.
a couple times.
I mean,
at that point, at the point that you left, you have gone out with him a couple of times. That is 2 times.
Anyway, I fucked him on the second date, and I have absolutely no shame in that because I've fucked people a lot quicker, let me tell you.
Yeah, you don't even need a date to fuck.
No, exactly.
Like, get over it.
Also, it's 2024. Anyway, so, and then people are mad at me for drinking and driving, and I'm like, bitch, I had 2 fucking glasses of wine.
Yeah.
And then there was like a 3-hour span of time from my last glass of wine to like when I got in my car. And then also everyone was mad at me for not staying the night at his house. And I'm like,
so
well,
I'm a slut, but I didn't sleep over.
But I shouldn't be like, what?
People are crazy.
No, anyway, but I'm also like, okay, well, first of all, he didn't ask me to stay the night, which is also a red flag. And even if
you're
he
like,
would
that
have,
made me want to fuck him again.
No, then I'm like, I'm in love with this man. Yeah. No, but even if he would have asked me to stay the night, I wouldn't have because I don't sleep well with strangers, and I value my sleep more than I value staying the night with some fucking random guy that I just fucked once. Like, it goes both ways. Okay, he might not respect me for having sex with him on the second date, but do I respect him? Not really, babe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all these fucking freaks, the video on Twitter ended up getting 6 million views. And
God,
I'm
people in the Midwest.
I know.
Your dad probably follows that account.
Okay, so the video got literally 6 fucking million views on Twitter, and I'm so annoyed about it because it didn't get that much attention on TikTok, and I could have made money off of that video if it would have gone viral on my TikTok or on my Twitter. But since this fucking freak reposted it on his own Twitter,
report it?
I mean, it's literally like Elon Musk. Do you think he gives a fuck about a woman being slut shamed? Absolutely
No, but you
not.
can be like, don't post my video. But is that legal?
Probably not. I mean, it's like public domain, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
Copyright attorney.
It's so true. I'll email my attorney after this. Anyway, the point was that like the comments were so obscenely vile and for no reason, and everyone's like, girl, you need to chill. And I'm like, I'm literally so chill.
You're like, I'm chilling.
I've never been more chill in my life. And also, I do want to say it is such a relief to be fucking somebody and not actually fucking care about them. And so the fact that this is like
blowing up, not on your behalf,
and people think that I'm like obsessed with this man, and I'm like,
babe, can you like read between the lines and figure it out? Like, you are so out of touch with like my tone right now.
No, literally. Anyway, so I'm hot this week because I got slut shamed on Twitter. On Twitter? No.
You're like, hi, I would just like to take credit for this entire post.
That's what I did.
Thank you. Can someone send me a check?
I commented on it and I was like, hi, this is my post. And I also have a podcast. So here's the link.
For more great content, please follow at Hot and Bothered.
Literally. And then, okay, so also the guy who initially sent me the video, my ex roommate / sexual partner, chlamydia transfer, I don't know what to call him. He was the one when he sent it to me, he was like, oh my God, you need to post the link to your podcast. And he was like, I will literally do it for you if you don't. And I was like, okay, here's the link, do it. Like, whatever. Anyway, so he did. And then I had another person message me on fucking TikTok, and they were like, you need to be careful about what you're posting on the internet. Like, people are digging out your podcast, like finding your podcast and like posting about it. And I was like,
are people?
No, because I think it was just from that comment from
Oh. I'm
him.
like, please, we need some free PR.
No, I
God, I'm
know.
like, blast it.
I know. I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah. God, we probably
Anyway.
actually have some crazy things that we forgot that we've said.
Oh, we've said some horrible things on this fucking
Oh my
podcast.
God.
We're
Let's
gonna be
end it
canceled
right here,
immediately,
right
of
now.
course.
There's nothing to
We're gonna
cancel.
be canceled before
There's
we've even
nothing to
been
cancel.
exposed, honestly. And I prefer it that way. Cancel me, please. I mean, I'm already a slut. Like, and I'm like, if you guys want to slut shame me, just listen to my podcast. I have so much more content you could shame me for.
I
Anyway, I did
cannot.
tell my mom about it
Oh yeah,
today.
let's circle back on that.
There was nothing really to it. I just like
What'd she
gave her the
say?
gist, and I was like, the people on the internet were being so mean, and she was like,
She's
"Oh
like,
my
that's a part of being
god,"
famous, honey.
literally. No, she was like, "Oh my god, that's so horrible," and I was like, honestly, I was like, I am so unfazed by it. And some of the comments were actually really funny. Like somebody commented, they were like, "How are you 22 but 62 at the same time?"
Well, I think that every day, so it's like that's
And
a
I'm
good
like,
one.
that's really mean, but at the same time, I'm like, thank you. I don't really
Yeah.
know. And then also and this isn't even the first time, but I had another person compare me to Michael Jackson, and I'm like, okay,
Why do you get that?
I don't know.
Like, do you
Because of
look
the
like
fake
Michael
nose,
Jackson?
probably.
Because of the fake nose?
I don't know. I don't know, but I get that sometimes. Like every
Maybe it's
time
the little
someone wants to insult
wispy
me,
bangs.
did Michael Jackson have bangs?
Yeah, like he had like a little like
I saw this conspiracy on the internet today that Michael Jackson actually wasn't a like child predator, and that the media was just
gave me the
like,
goosebumps.
did you watch Quiet on Set?
No, I have I think I've talked about this before where I don't like to watch like
Sad stuff.
heavy things before I go to bed.
Yeah.
I've cried myself to sleep watching Grace and Frankie for the past week.
I'm obsessed with Grace and Frankie.
I've
It's my favorite
cried
show.
myself to sleep every night watching it for
Why
the
are
past
you
week.
crying? It's
It
not
just
that
makes me
sad.
emotional. I don't know why.
It's so heartwarming though.
Yeah, it's my ex's favorite show. I like low-key hate every character on that show for some reason
Really?
right now.
Oh, I love that show.
I'm like in the first part of it.
Like the first couple of seasons.
No, like the first season.
Oh,
And
have you watched it ever all the way through?
Yeah, not all the way through. I think I started like I've seen it not what's it called chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna start it like start to finish, and I don't like anyone right now.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about something more important again.
Okay, I just recently watched Quiet on Set, and I saw this video on the internet today like claiming that, because obviously all of like the like child stars or whatever like fully went off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda Bynes, Britney Spears, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that it's literally because they were being used and abused.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you process that trauma? You don't.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was saying that they think that Michael Jackson actually wasn't a like predator, and that the media just made him out to be this fucking
Creepy
freak
person
because he knew too much.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually kind of like a safe haven for children, because he was like abused as a child and like wanted other children to like have their childhoods and be safe and whatever, and that he was just made out to be this like fucking predator when he actually wasn't. I don't know if I agree with this or believe in any of it, but it's just food for
I
thought.
kind of believe that because I feel like someone, I mean, I don't know if they have, someone may have, but I feel like I would know about that. But I feel like someone would have come out and be like, he molested me or like something. And has anyone?
Yeah, there's a documentary on it.
Wait, I think
But-
I watched that. Yeah, I watched that.
However, there are a few celebrities that were very close with him when they were kids, and multiple of them have made claims that like he was never weird. He was
But
always
they would like
just
sleep in his bed.
I don't know.
I think they like slept in his bed with him.
Okay. That was part of the documentary.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like just multiple celebrities have like backed him since then, saying he was a safe person for them to be around as a kid. And one of the, like a part of the argument was that this man is dead, so if he was out here like abusing these children, like these celebrities that are backing him would have spoken out about it
Mm-hmm.
instead of defending him,
Mm-hmm.
because he's literally dead. Like there's
That's
not anything
my
that
thought
can be done about
process.
it.
Yeah.
So Anyway, I don't really know.
Unless the Illuminati is gonna come get them.
That's so possible.
Yeah, had like a Illuminati phase.
Did you really? Have you ever watched the Denver airport conspiracy videos on?
No.
You need to watch them. You would eat that up.
What is it about?
The Denver airport and how like there's like tunnels underneath it and stuff.
I don't like that.
Watch it.
Okay, well I have to do it like before I go to bed. Like before I go to bed.
And then watch Grace and Frankie and then cry and then
Yeah,
go to sleep.
Exactly.
Should I watch Baby Reindeer before bed or should I wait?
No, you should watch it.
Okay.
Because it like I didn't sleep for one night after one specific episode. Because I can't. But it was good. You need to watch it.
I've been having really weird dreams lately and I had a sex dream last night.
I would die to have a sex dream.
I know, it was so good actually.
I would die to have a sex dream. Who was it with? You're like, you. Who?
No, it was with the big dick boy that I'm no longer sleeping with.
Aw, we miss him.
I know, it was like a really good dream and it was like really hot and that was it. And I'll probably literally never see or speak to him again. And
Good.
That's just life.
Who cares?
Honestly, I'm so thrilled. I've also been having a lot of sex with men lately that I just don't really like. But that's a story for a different day. So anyway, let's talk about you now. Are you hot? Are you bothered?
I don't really know how to get into this. I'm hot. I'm bothered. I'm not really either of them. I'm actually kind of hot.
I like that. Wait, we're both hot this week.
Good, but we're also like neutral.
But so
I start talking and you pick up your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so rude.
Well, I have to see who's texted me.
Rude. So I have been like not entertaining any man lately, which is like nice. Like I'm just like I don't want anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm like everyone's gross. But not even that. Like it's not even like anywhere in my mind, you know? Do you go through phases like that?
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm like, okay, it's not that serious.
Me trying to convince myself.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, babe.
No, you know what phases I go through?
I do know what phases you go through, so
Psychosis.
Let's save that for another episode.
No, I want to share this. I go through phases where I like find somebody that I'm just like comfortable and neutral with, and then I just keep seeing them until that implodes, and then I go through a phase where I serial date again, and then I like rinse and repeat. So right now I'm in the neutral phase. I've been seeing this guy and I'm just like very neutral, and I'm like, okay, I'll get bored with him soon, and then okay. Anyway, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Woo! I'm glad we cleared that up.
I think I'm having a psychotic break.
I think
I'm
so too.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm going through a phase where I don't even want to talk to anyone. I don't care. I'm just like I feel like it's also because I've been like busy lately, so I'm like I just don't want to like.
You haven't even been here on the weekends. Like you don't have time.
I know. I'm like that's ghetto. Like I don't want to hang out with you. Anyway, so I've been like not on the apps. I haven't been talking to anyone, and this guy messaged me on Grindr the other day, and I was like, okay, you're really hot, but I was like hot, like 10 across the boards. Like anyone would think this guy is hot, like so hot, and I was like, this guy looks familiar. This guy looks so fucking familiar. I was like, do I know him? Like, how do I know him? Like, where have I seen this person before? And then it like dawned on me. I was like, oh, like this couple would always message me and like he would be the hot one. And then his like boyfriend was not the vibe. And so I was never interested. And then it got me thinking about threesomes. Well, one, I had to pull it out of him that he had a boyfriend because I was like wondering what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, do you like threesomes? And then he like got into his whole boyfriend thing. He's like, yeah, but we're trying to like solo. And I was like,
is that really how you fished that out of him? It's like bringing up the topic of,
yeah.
Wow, that's art. That's beautiful.
I was like, what are you into? I was like, kinks. Do you have anything? Tell me all of it. Threesomes, like, whatever. And then
I have so much to learn from you.
It's so fucking easy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, confirmed that he's still with this guy. And he was like, yeah, we're trying something new solo. Da 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 da. And I was like, sweet.
Okay,
cool.
So they're
Good
on their way to literally break up.
While
Central.
I'm leading to that.
Yeah.
And so hot as fuck, and like also good banter, like good conversations, like, but he was kind of giving me like Desperate Debbie a little bit. like kind of like I was like, okay, you don't need to tell me that I'm hot because I'm not, and you are, and like just like doing the most kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay, dude, calm down, like
Mm-hmm.
calm down. And then I didn't reply, and then he like sent an eye emoji, and I'm like, I'm working, like I'm not like I don't like you're hot, but I'm like I'm doing other things, like I
I'm
don't need
busy.
to give,
I have a
I don't need
life.
to respond in 4 minutes on Grinder like in the middle of the day.
But you
And
also, you're like, babe, this is Grinder.
yeah, I'm like, I don't even
Relax.
know if you're like real, but he did send me 45 videos of himself. And
Like sexually or
no, like just like of him. And I was
like
like,
in the car lip syncing.
well, one was in the car, and then he, and then he like, he kept being like, oh, I want to see you. So like, I sent him a video. Like I was in the car also, and then he sent me another one randomly, and he was like eating something, and I was like with my friend in the car and showed it to her. I was like, do you think this guy's hot? And she was like,
Like
why?
mukbang porn or what?
Yeah, and she was like, why the fuck is he eating? And she's like, what is he chewing? And I was like, okay, is he hot or is he not? But she was like so thrown off that
You're
he was
like,
like
that's not the
eating
point.
something in this video. It's like, it's like a Snapchat, like, it's like a little 10
Yeah.
second video, whatever. And so then it got me like thinking about like threesomes, and I was just like, I don't know, I feel like I don't like threesomes.
You've had a threesome before.
I've had multiple.
You've had multiple threesomes before.
Yes.
What did those look like?
One was like in college in a bathroom with like this guy that I was hooking up with. We were like friends, and then this like weird straight guy was like this wasn't really a threesome. I mean, I kind of what I mean, it wasn't like anal penetration, but it was like we were like hooking. All of us were
Yeah.
hooking up, and
So did this man just wander in?
he like knew that we were going to the bathroom and like came in to the bathroom to like
Okay.
play with us.
Okay.
Um,
So that was your first threesome.
yes, and then my first boyfriend, who I was also dating in college, who I started to like obviously hate towards the end of the relationship, and I
course.
was like, okay, I need to like hook up with other people,
It's
so I
literally
like
a rite of
forced him to have some
passage.
threesomes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that. So I've always been like had a partner in the threesome. I don't think I
Mm.
would be able
It's always
to.
been like two against one.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to be the one
Mm-hmm.
against the two
Mm-hmm.
in a threesome.
Right.
Because I feel like it's already hard to gate. Like I would be down if I was like hooking up with someone. Like I even told this guy, I was like, okay, me and you can like try it out, and like if the vibe is good, then like maybe you can introduce me to your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to be like thrown into something, because I feel like it's already hard. I mean, at least for like a gay grinder transaction, I feel like it's already kind of hard to like feel the vibe, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like a 50-50 or like a 25% good and a 75 bad
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is. Like I don't want to have to like manage another person's like vibe if I'm trying to
Right.
like manage one
Right.
person's,
Right. Right.
you
Like the person
know?
you're actually into, and you're like
Yeah, and I'm like,
indifferent towards this other
yeah, and
person.
I'm like,
It's
if your
just like,
boyfriend's ugly, like I don't really want to fuck with that. Like I wouldn't even do that like one on one. So I don't know
yeah.
what's going on here. But I had
And
something else to
also,
say,
like, you
but
don't even know if you have a,
uh,
like, if you have a vibe with this other
yeah,
person.
yeah. And me and him kind of did have like a good vibe via chatting, and I'm like,
The boyfriend,
the hot one.
the hot one.
Yeah, no, I didn't talk to his ugly
Well,
boyfriend.
that's why I was confused.
No, no,
That's
no.
why I was
Me and
like,
me and the hot one had like a good vibe, but then I'm also like, okay, we're having like a good vibe, via text or whatever messaging, and then I'm like, could be horrible in person still too. Like I
no, of
don't fucking
course.
know.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm hot, I guess, because I don't think I like threesomes, and I also feel like it's like he was already like texting me like thinking of ways to like come over without telling his boyfriend, and I'm just
Mm.
like, I just feel like that
I mean, he's
causes.
literally cheating.
Yeah, I'm like, I just feel like that causes issues in a
Drama.
relationship, but I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I am gonna be the other woman.
You, it's
Like
your time to
maybe I
shine,
am the other
babe.
woman. Like who knows? Maybe it's my time to experience being the other woman in the relationship.
I feel like cheating just doesn't count when you're, I'm so sorry, and
When you're
this is
gay,
not a
that's
proper way to
racist.
think, but I know. And cheating doesn't count when you're gay. It just
I think it
doesn't.
does if you're in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah, but they aren't. But they are.
Who, him and his husband,
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend? They're in a open relation. Well, I don't know. They're
They fuck other people together.
Yeah, but he said like, oh, we're trying something new where we do it alone. But I'm like, okay, so why are you like trying to figure like
Why are you trying
I
to be
was like, this
sneaky?
conversation like is turning into too many logistics. I'm like, I'll tell
You're
you
like,
when I'm
leave me
fucking
out of
free, bro.
this.
Like,
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah. You're like, this is literally not my business. Leave me out of
Yeah.
this.
Have you been in a threesome?
No, I've never had a threesome. I think it's something I need to do before I die and or get married.
Okay, so we have a week on the clock.
Yeah, literally. No, I've always felt like, okay, so before I get into like a serious relationship, I should probably experience a threesome once in my life. There's very few things that I haven't done, and I think I should have a threesome at some point. But my problem is that I've hooked up with girls before, and I know that I don't ever want to hook up with a girl again.
Same.
Unfortunately, I wish, but like,
Actually,
you don't wish.
my girlfriend. My girlfriend.
Yeah, you love hooking up with her.
Yeah.
No, but I don't want to do that again. So, but I do want to have a threesome. However,
You don't want to be gangbanged.
no, that's not even the problem. The problem is that men are so fucking scared of being considered gay that
Oh.
two straight men do not want to have a threesome with a girl. So I actually had like, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about this because I'm like, okay, if I were to have a threesome, who would I choose? And I would want to know them because I think that it can get really scary as a woman to like go into a threesome with men that you don't know,
So you
right?
want to have a threesome with two gay guys? I'll give you his number.
Please put me in contact. No, I want to know them, and I also want to know them both individually sexually before I know them in a threesome dynamic. And I have two men that I could so easily do this with. Are you ready?
I already know who the first one is.
Who?
Spit in my mouth, man.
Yeah, who do you think the second one is?
I don't know. Big dick
No.
Mormon.
No. Spit in my mouth man too.
Okay.
Like they're the same person.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking the same person twice.
Yeah.
So it basically doesn't even count as a threesome, but that's neither here nor there. And anyway, so obviously Spit in My Mouth Man is game. He's like so down. So I asked Spit in My Mouth Man 2, and is that even what his name is?
I don't know because I'm like I don't think I'm recounting the proper person. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. That is actually the same person. I thought they were twins, dude.
I know.
I think I didn't register that because you haven't
I
actually
haven't
had sex
talked
with
about him in a while. I've never had sex with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's legitimately the same person.
I want to have sex with him once before I have a threesome, but it doesn't even
It would
matter.
be like fucking twins.
No, and I would love that
I don't like that.
because it would be predictable and I would know what to expect, but I would still get
They
to
would
have the
literally lock you out
experience.
of the room and fuck each other.
No, because I almost used his real name. Spit in My Mouth Man 2 is like so not down. He's like, absolutely the fuck not. I'm not
Okay.
having a threesome with another guy.
Buzz, 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 buzz.
Anyway, but I'm like, that's literally so mean because I'm like,
You're like, you're
doesn't
depriving
count.
me.
I'm like, it doesn't even count. Like this
Like,
is
live a
literally,
little.
This is literally your twin brother.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking count.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I'm like so pissed because it's taken me literally 25 years of my life to get to this point where I've finally identified like the only two men because
You're two victims.
also because I don't care about either of them. Like I'm not in love with either of them, so I don't have to worry about it like
Is in love
ruining
with
any
both of
like
them.
I don't have to worry about it ruining like any like potential future relationship or anything like that. It's like if you were in a committed monogamous relationship and then you decided to bring like a third person in, then that can get a little hairy, and that is never going to be an issue in this
Little
dynamic.
hairy.
So I'm like,
Oh.
anyway, so I think my hopes and dreams of having a threesome with two guys are like null and void and dead, and I will probably have to get married and spend the rest of my life in a monogamous relationship knowing I've never had a threesome.
Mm.
But actually, that probably won't happen either because no one will marry me.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think I'm going through an asexual phase.
Didn't we just have one of those?
Yeah, but I think that was probably like 3 months ago. I think I'm circling back to an asexual phase.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because this hot guy wants to fuck you and you don't want to fuck him.
Well, I was in my asexual phase. Like I've been in it for probably like 2 weeks.
Okay.
maybe 3 weeks.
When's the last time you had a stranger over from Grindr?
It's been a while.
I think you had one over last week.
Who? No, I had that guy, the Equinox manager.
When was that?
The day I got back from Coachella.
So it's been a week and a half.
But he's not a stranger. I've hooked up with him before.
Okay. So you've been asexual for a week and a half.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 2 weeks,
You're like,
you guys.
it's been a month.
Well, I told him to come over and hold me because I was having a bad come down, and then obviously one thing led to another. But yeah, no, I've just been asexual for a week and a half. Let me fucking live. Anyway, I didn't realize it until yesterday when I was like, I haven't even been horny. I haven't been like talking to people. I haven't been on the apps. I haven't been whatever. And then like this hot guy's messaging me, and I'm like I already have the ick.
Are you losing your libido because you're anorexic?
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You look really skinny right now.
Do I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, your arms are tiny.
I don't like when my arms are fucking tiny.
Well, that's what happens when you get skinny. You
No,
dumb
because I
bitch.
haven't worked out in literally months.
Well, they looked good at Coachella, and that's all that matters.
They look good on day one of Coachella.
Yeah.
And then they shrunk. I work at IHOP, and I'm asexual.
Was there more ground we need to cover on the
I
topic
don't know.
of threesomes?
No.
Okay, well, maybe we both need to...
I'm not doing anything. Don't give me homework. I'm not fucking anyone.
No, I need to find another guy to have a threesome with, unfortunately.
Well, do your homework because you have one fucking flaming homosexual waiting to suck dick, and it's not me. And you need to find somebody else who's on the fence.
That's the problem, is that I don't need them to interact with each other. I want all the attention
That's something
on
that you
me.
can't control,
I
babe.
need this to be
Unfortunately, you can't
about
control
me.
that.
No, but that's the thing, and that's why I'm trying to.
You
want to
be worshipped. You want them to feed you grapes while they sword fight.
Well, they Eiffel Tower me. Yeah. Anyway,
That's
but
something I don't want to visualize.
Would it not be the most like beautiful, like cosmic, universal, spiritual alignment for me to have a threesome with Spit in My Mouth Man 1 and 2?
I mean, I would like to have something cosmic happen with one person, but I see what you're saying.
So I just need to get this out of the way so I can close that chapter, and then I can get back together with my ex-boyfriend.
Have him go with Spit in Your Mouth Man.
My ex-boyfriend?
You're like about to stab me. You're like, you should never say that again.
Absolutely.
My neck is
not.
broken. This vape is brand fucking new and it's dying already.
It's
and you know what
dead.
the karma is?
What?
I have a really sad story to tell you guys.
Can I hit your vape while you're
It's
telling
dead
it?
as fuck. So I have this thought that crosses my mind every day where I'm like, I'm going to go buy a vape and I'm going to walk out the door and then I'm going to walk back in with my dead one and say, you gave me a dud. And that's what I did. I grew a fucking pair of balls. I put on my
You are a scam artist.
I put on my friend's hat. Speaking of scam artists, I have a story to tell you offline, off the record, off air, off air. And so I did that, and then the second one has been like a fucking dud. But also, what I think I did, because I have literal brain damage, I think I mixed the two of them up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You really think that?
Well, I didn't think that until they were both sitting next to each other, and I was like, huh. So yeah, I stole a vape. Sue me. But I'm like, dude, I should get a punch card here. Like,
Honestly,
buy
yeah.
10, get one free.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a vape store, we should open a fucking vape store and get punch cards.
1000%. There's an open retail space right below my apartment.
Buy 10, get one free.
No, one of my really good friends says that he gets a discount if he buys 3 at a time.
Where? Where?
I don't know.
I should just do that because I always buy one and then I'm like, oh, I have to go get another one. But I'm like, I should just buy a 2 or 3 so I just don't have to go there.
This is the first time I've had any nicotine since Saturday night.
Do you have to shit?
Isn't that impressive? No, I've been so constipated lately, and I've been taking fiber.
I didn't take any Adderall today, and I've been flying.
I'm happy for you.
I know.
Sometimes I forget to take my Adderall, and then I'm like, oh, did I take my Adderall? And I look over and it's like sitting out waiting for me to take it. And I'm like, I've literally been on one today. It's like placebo effect.
Mm-hmm.
How do I trick my brain every day into thinking I took my Adderall?
Just tell yourself that you took it. Just go
Okay.
like this.
Right, exactly.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. Everybody go find 2 men to have a threesome with this week. And
Go to the chiropractor.
get your fucking hips and knees replaced this week. Take your Adderall and
Go get slut shamed on Twitter.
precisely.
Love you.
Love you.